My first question is, what is your opinion about machine intelligence research and its application potential?
So first of all, I would like to say that machine intelligence, I was very active in this field for many years, and I think that it gains popularity and importance very much in the last years because, in my opinion at least, that there is a scarcity of expertise, human expertise, and machine intelligence promises to some extent that we can incorporate in the machines some facilities that humans have, and that we will be able to accomplish tasks that are very expensive, or there is a scarcity of human expertise. So this is the most important, I think. And I also think that if not, the machine intelligence should be considered from two different points of view. The one point of view is a direct one, what I would call direct one. It means that you construct systems that are somehow intelligent, whatever it means, you know. And the second one is that you add some intelligence to the existing systems, models, and so on. So what I was trying to do in my research was mainly we considered a database and tried to introduce something like intelligent querying for the database. And in fact, so we didn't, let's say, change the database itself. The database was as it was in the company or in any agency, and we tried to somehow soften the existing querying capability. So this was, I think, a successful approach because it was used now in some hotel reservation systems, websites, places to stay, this kind of stuff. You can enter those, and you see that you define user profile and you define your preferences in a very fuzzy way. So this, I think, it's what we started in the mid-80s is introduced over there. So basically, this is my opinion, in fact.
What is, from your point of view, the most important question in this domain, research question? Or in your field?
Well, it's difficult to say because I'm not prepared. I would have to think very long about it. But let me just say you something. What I think is very important, that since intelligent systems do not operate in a vacuum, they operate in a human society. One of the for their let's say popularity and their implementation, it's very important that the human beings accept them. And I think that a very safe approach is to build systems that they wouldn't interfere very much into human affairs because there will be no success. So your system should somehow help, human beings, but not replace them in sophisticated tasks, because human rejection would mean that the system would never be implemented. So it is my opinion.
What are the most important aspects of this research for real-world applications?
Well, yes, very, very broad question, and I think that, in my opinion at least, that this question should be somehow decomposed into smaller questions, because if we try to solve, let's say, the whole world's problem, we wouldn't do this. So I think that this state of affairs as it's now, let's say, realistic approach is to solve very small questions, because intelligent systems are in the very beginning, so they are much less intelligent than even the least intelligent human being, and that's why probably we can help, somehow the humans or solve real problems, but without replacing the humans. So I think that, in my opinion anyway, the challenge is to support decision making, because decision making is becoming more and more sophisticated and difficult, and I think that the human beings are overloaded. So we have to do something to help them, not replace them, but help them make better decisions, especially in maybe not in the technological area, but there are areas where there is much competition, and people have less and less time. They are overloaded. They work very long, and they need some decision support, like in business, for instance, or banks.
What do you think that if the world should discuss about the problem of interaction between human and robots and human interaction?
Yeah.
If should or not?
So I never did anything with robotics, but I did with something like intelligent systems. So I think that the man-machine interaction, let's call it in an old-fashioned way, is the key issue. So in fact, I think that without solving this problem, we will not be able to do anything, because human beings are very nasty creatures. So, they don't like accept something which is not, let's say, consistent with their vision of, or their willingness, something like this. And I think that for any intelligent system you can imagine, one of the let's say bottlenecks in the application and implementation is that the human-machine interaction is very non-human consistent. It means that it's somehow people don't understand. Many of those who implement the system don't understand that most of the systems, the intelligent system, let's say, are for non-specialists. They are not for computer specialists. The users will be completely non-specialists. And if you assume this point of departure, then your, let's say, man-machine interface will be much more human consistent, which is not the case so far, I think.
Okay. My next question is, do you believe that human brain will be created? Yes or not? Not just artificial brain, it's better.
I don't think so, because I think that first of all, if this happened, it would not be necessary. It would not be necessary in the world. And I think that I think that human brain is too sophisticated. But not only brain, but human mind, and human, let's say, feelings. And I don't think that because it's like, for instance, if we discover everything, there is no place for science, for anything else. And this would be the end of the world, and probably this will not happen because of this fact. So I don't believe this, frankly.